Yeah, apologies for the slight scuff, but oh well, it happens. It happens to the best of us. What is my Minecraft music sounds? The Minecraft feels kind of quiet. I know that's because like nothing is happening in game, but yeah, it's slightly quieter. I think the music is the music. No, the music isn't that loud either. Is Minecraft just naturally quiet? I think that might be the case. Anyway, a lot has happened since the last time. I got myself some new tools. I was enchanting. I cleared out my inventory. I just shoved it all into these chests right here. And I redecorated the main room, what it's going to be. Like my storage room. I redecorated this so it connects into here. And look at that. How had I clap? Would you look at that? It looks really nice. I need to get like a mod or whatever to make it so that this nether portal just shuts up. I hate it. The one thing I hate about having a nether portal in my house is that it's just loud as hell. It's so annoying. It's the one Minecraft thing I could probably do without. Anyway, I need to get a lot of resources. Today is going to be a big resource heavy day. I want to get stocked up on stuff just so I can start building the base the way I want it to be built. Because I've got the tools, it's just I don't have the blocks that I need. And I just kind of want to go mining for a bit. And then maybe go crafting. But they're like, oh shit, this guy's in full armor. He can't be... It's Scary Jerry. He can't be affected by our evil sunlight. Yeah, like weather-wise, it's been a pretty good day today. Also, I thought I'd stream early just because it's a bit cooler in the mornings. As compared to like the afternoon. Like when I streamed yesterday, it was genuinely so warm. It was really, really warm. Speaking of warm, there's actually there's actually few big releases coming out soon. Like we got what's it called coming out soon? We got the Marvel Tokon beta. That should be pretty good. I don't know if I'm getting Tokon. I'm completely unsettled on Tokon. It will probably be a good game. But like I don't really care about Marvel stuff too much, and like no one in that base roster is really interested in me apart from Green Goblin. I have been muted! No! I went to go check something. Anyway, I'm back. Sorry for the mute. I'm talking about season passes. Anyway, welcome and hope you've been having a brilliant day. I'm up early, so I am streaming. I thought it'd be nice to do a morning stream. Anyway, thank you so much for reminding me. You're a lifesaver. But yeah, I was talking about the season passes of Strive. And the one season pass I bought, which it was a season 4 pass. It had Unica, what's her name? Queen Dizzy, Venom, and Lucy Cyberpunk. And I'm just kind of talking about how much I don't like that season pass. I bought it because like I want to try out at least like Unica and Queen Dizzy. Unica just I don't know how I feel about her. She just feels too... I was gonna say she feels too basic, but I play Kai and I'm like, Kai is kind of cool. She feels like this weird like mishmash of like character motif the character. Like nothing that she does is truly original. It's just like, hey, look at the thing this character does. Hey, look, it's Michael's sword. Hey, look, it's Stun Dipper. And I guess you could say that's like good storytelling on the character's part. If it's like, oh, they're the child of this character, so they have these moves. I guess you could say that. But like, for me, I'm like, she just doesn't play that interesting. I might need to give her another try though and see what's up. The other one I was gonna say is Lucy Cyberpunk. Lucy Cyberpunk is like one of my least favorite characters in a fighting game ever. I don't think Lucy Cyberpunk is well designed in the slightest. I think she is so poorly designed and so poorly, like, everything about her sucks. Her status effect sucks. Like, oh wow, look, it's quick hacks. And then you use it and it's like, there's like one of these, there's like two of these that are good. I don't like any of Lucy Cyberpunk's design. Or like cat or anything. Everyone, when she came out, everyone's like, wow, she's like Sion. Anyway. Where was I? Lucy Cyberpunk. Anyway, yeah. She came out. Everyone is like, oh, she's just like Sion from Melty Blood. Like, she has the long whip normal. She has a gun. Look, it's just Sion. Look, she's like cooler Sion. And I'm like, I don't believe this for a second. Mostly because I main Sion, and I think Sion is like a really cool character. Probably one of my favorite fighting game characters ever. This is not right. Should probably be another slab in here. Anyway. People were like, oh yeah, no, she's like Sion. She's like so cool. And then I play her, and then it is like the most miserable experience ever. Like, quick hacks kind of suck. There's two of them that are viable. One of them is like a health warning. And the others are just like kind of joke me, like, wow, haha, look at this. Here's reduced meter gain in Strive. And it's like, reduced meter gain in Strive means shit. Literally nothing ever happens with reduced meter gain in Guilty Gear Strive, the game notorious for like, you breathe and get 500 meter and just extend pressure for 5 years. Yeah. I don't mind, like, I like additional characters and fighting games, and I don't know, like, oh, that's the way you support fighting games. But, like, I wonder how different things would be if they took, like, I'm not saying, like, oh, we gotta take the new meta where, like, characters are free, but, like, the things that everyone pays for in games are, like, skins. I don't know about that. I think fighting games are, like, especially with games only going up in price, fighting games are, like, gonna somehow become even more expensive to play. And fighting games' big problem was already that fighting games were too expensive to play. Because if you wanted to play multiple games, you needed to buy multiple games and their season passes. Like, the lucky thing is, these games last for a good while. So, you're able to just kind of play them as you will. Like, you can, like, hop in at any point in a fighting game's lifespan and just, like, play it. Which is nice, but especially with how fighting games are kind of like peak live service, unfortunately. Like, they are the shining beacon of live service, and that these games just don't die. Like, Street Fighter V lasted for 500 years. We had 500 years of Street Fighter V. And by the end of it, it was a pretty good game. But, like, yeah. I'm glad that that multiplayer games have stopped doing, like, map packs and season passes. I remember it was Call of Duty World at War. In Call of Duty World at War, you would just get kicked from the lobby if you didn't have the DLC map instead of being put in the queue without the maps. It was terrible. Yeah, season passes are like, why does it just switch to nostalgic Nintendo music? This is Stardew Valley. That is not a Nintendo game. Technically, it's on a Nintendo console, but like, I wouldn't call Stardew like a Nintendo game. I think that's kind of reaching. Books are a good source of fiber. They are very delicious. Like, the taste of knowledge, nothing beats it. Nothing beats it. Neither does it. You cannot replace the taste of knowledge. Look at that. Our tower is becoming a tower. I need to finish this tower. I think the next building project I do, I finish this tower. But anyway, back to Lucy Cyberpunk. Lucy Cyberpunk is such a poorly designed character. I hate that she's Strive's first guest character, or like Guilty Gear's first guest character, because like she just doesn't fit. Like, she feels so awkwardly placed in there. She feels so like this character is not in this game, and it so clearly shows. I think balance-wise, guest characters always can also they either suck or the best character ever made. Like when you look at guest characters, you either get some like uber Andy, like oh, what's the guy's name? I will put my emeralds back. Yeah, no, you always get some like really busted character, or you get like Mai in Street Fighter 5. Not Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 6. Like Mai and Terry are both like very, very, very powerful characters. And we read the main system. This is the worst main I think I've ever made. Like accessibility wise. I mean, it gets into the mines. It's just... I don't know if I would call it a... I'm going to turn my shaders off. It's so dark in here. Apply. There we go. No, but without my shaders, I don't have my torch in hand. Okay, no, we're turning the shaders back on. I don't have my, like, cool torch that lights up the environment. Okay, there we go. That's better. But yeah, no, let's say Cyberpunk is, like, the worst guest character, in my opinion. Because, like, she just adds nothing to the game. All she adds to the game is, like, a health warning. All she adds to the game is just, like, oh, yeah, no, this character can, like, trigger seizures. Because of all the, like, flashing light effects that she has built into her kit for no fucking reason. Like, I don't get why the mono wire, like, status effect needs to be in the game. Or be as, like, visually abhorrent as it is. And they're like, oh, it's a mix-up character. You need to have a mix-up character. But also, this is just another thing for me. Fighting games need more accessibility options. And by accessibility options, I mean, like, easy shit like toggles for, like, strobing lights or whatever. Because there's a lot of fighting games have, like, flashing lights. And I know people will be like, oh, but the visual clutter is part of the game. But, like, I think there's a lot better you can do in fighting games to make them accessible than just, like, the nothing there is. I know people will be like, oh, but you can play Street Fighter like this or that. And it's like, war games just need to be, like, easier to play. And it's not as if, like, accessibility in fighting games is only, oh yeah, no, everything needs to be, like, exclusively one-button combos. Like, accessibility is weird in fighting games because I think fighting games should be more accessible. But there's, like, a weird... It's also, like, the weird thing with fighting games is there's this, like, weird skill gap from, like, mechanical execution. Like, mechanical execution in fighting games has such a... Oh, baby child. We're killing you. We're killing you, buddy. But yeah, fighting games have, like, this really weird execution curve. With the text and, like, everything. Obviously, you don't need to know most of it for fighting games. But, like, a lot of them require you to learn routing. Input, like the inputs are pretty hard to get used to for supers. But at the same time, fighting games kind of need inputs to be kind of hard. Because it adds more, like, levels of risk-reward to the gameplay. Like, one of the games that I do not like in fighting games is Grand Blue versus Rising. Grand Blue versus Rising, I think that my main issue is, like, one-button DPs are, like, kind of annoying. And I know 2XKO got around this by being like, we're removing DPs from fighting games. We're truly innovative. I know that's what they done. And, like, I think different games call for different measures. I do think more games need just, like, a, like, strobing light, like, flashing lights. Kinda, like, more accessibility toggles for that. Or for just shit in general. Like better colorblind settings. I feel like a lot of games just kind of miss out on it. Just like, I know they do have like the health warning at first, but I remember seeing like a post on like some, I think it was a TF2 map. It was like, wow, that's TF, and like the post was like, oh, that's TF2 map has strobing lights. Like don't play it if you're like photosens, I think it's photosensitivity. If you struggle there. But then, like, also in the same post, they were like that. They were like, "Oh yeah, but if you have issues with that, then why are you playing fast-paced FPS games in the first place?" And I think stuff like that is like kind of underestimating it. I think there is like it's weird. it's a very deep topic that does not have enough nearly enough coverage that it should have. And like it always annoys me whenever like Game Awards or shit like that comes around. And people are like, why do we need the accessibility section? Like, why the hell do we need this? We're real gamers. And like there's a good reason we need this, because like a lot of people suffer with that with disabilities. And like just kind of locking them out of a whole medium for like no reason, just because like, oh, we don't support that, is like kind of shitty. Yeah. I also just think gamers are kind of just ignorant to it. Anyway, this is fucked up. I need a lot more torches to light here up. Yeah, those are some of my thoughts on that whole topic. I probably gotta put together like a more structured guide, not guide, but like discussion for it. As I say, it's an early morning stream. I'm still not fully woken up yet. I still feel super tired during this stream. But I think it's a topic that's very worth discussing. Especially because I think like fighting games just kind of disguise accessibility features is just like simplifying down the game. Like Strive Season 2? Strive 2.0 is like very much focused on we're bringing down the skill gap of Guilty Gear Strive. As a game that's been out for 5 years. If you're like, oh yeah, 5 years in, we gotta make this game easier. I'm just like... I know it's the big business money decision, but I genuinely don't know how many years they've got left in Strive. Like, how many more, like, season passes or whatnot. Because it seems like Strive will probably be slowing down for other games to take the lead, i.e. like Marvel Tokon. It's kind of weird. It feels like I think we've entered a new era of fighting games. Not really, I think. It's more so we have. I think Strive was the start of the last era of fighting games, which was like the 2021 rollback revolution. Like when the pandemic hit and everyone was like, oh shit, we've made fighting games with the worst netcode imaginable. So then everyone just kind of, like, fighting games were in like a really bad spot of just like, nobody can play fighting games because all their rollbacks and like netcode sucks. But then everyone like moved over to rollback. So many zombies here. Where are they coming from? So there is. I think that was the start of the last era. And so that encapsulates like what? That encapsulated what? Guilty Gear Strive, Metal Blood Type Lumina, Under Night 2, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. It's weird. I don't class Grand Blue Versus as a new as a like 2020s. AI viewers, guards. Make them play fighting games with delay-based netcode. Get them out of here. Go back to the delay-based trenches. Anyway, we can resume discussion. But yeah, I think the last era of fighting game started with Strive, which means that, like, thingy is... Oh, shit! There are two of them. Which means, like, the new era was, like, Strive onward, so, like, Type Lumina, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. It's so weird, because I don't think Grand Blue Fantasy versus is, like, a... it's a weird one. I wouldn't class Grand Blue versus, like, Rising as, like, a new era fighting game. I still very much class, like, Grand Blue versus, like, the original. That is still very much, like, an end of the era before the rollback revolution. Like, the rollback age. Because it released, it didn't have rollback, and then, like, it suffered greatly because it didn't have rollback. And then got a sequel, which is, like, kind of cool. But the sequel was, like, one of the worst designed games ever. I like Grand Blue as a setting. I like that they're doing Grand Blue as a gacha game that has other games. So if you're like, I think gacha games suck and don't want to play gacha games, you can just go play, like, the fighting game. Or the, it's like the Monster Hunter style game as well. Like, you can just go play either one of those instead and be completely fine. You don't need to go play Grand Blue versus, like, not Grand Blue versus, you don't need to go and play, like, original Grand Blue. You can maybe play it for the story in that, and, like, just to experience it. But it's the thing, like, I know this is, like, a very, like, wow, tourist take, but, like, that's just what I like about Grand Blue. It's one of the things I've always liked about it. It's just that it's a gacha game that doesn't require you to play a gacha game to, like, enjoy some form of it. I'm scared, boss. Shit, I'm really scared. Get me out of here. I do not want to be dealing with the warden. Yeah. That era was like... I'd say it was still the rollback era. What's it called? Rollback era. I'd say games like Street Fighter 6 was rollback era. Tekken 8 was like rollback era. Under Night 2, Tekken, or was that era. I think the new era truly started with 2XKO. I think that's been the shift into the new era of fighting games. Has been 2XKO. As much as you'd like or dislike 2XKO, that is just where this era started. Which, like, I don't really care about 2XKO. I was never into League of Legends in the first place, so I didn't see the need to play the League of Legends fighting game that is, like, a worse version of a fighting game I've already played. Not exactly worse, but, like, I'm not going to be playing BB Tag 2. I've already done my time in BB Tag. And, like, BB Tag is, like, it's a messed up game. It's a game with, like, the most, like, the greatest defenders. Like, BB Tag has some of the greatest defenders out there. People will fight tooth and nail for that game. And, like, it kind of sucks. I wouldn't exactly say it's a good game. I was like, I'm gonna move my... Damn, a stream in the middle of the day? Yeah, we're changing things up. I was like, wait, I can do, like, a morning stream? I know technically afternoon and separate some time zones, but midday stream. Also, is this the fucking FF10 music? This feels... where are the timestamps? This, like... I stuck on random playlist. It probably isn't. It like I felt as if like the 2 Xanarkand was coming for me. Also, what's up, Vex? Hope you've been having a very good morning and afternoon now, technically. But yeah, no, I was like, this is gotta like it feels too familiar. Anyway, this is nostalgic Nintendo summer playlist. Literally just woke up. Hell yeah. Starting the day woke. It's what we love to hear. But yeah, I thought I'd do, like, I didn't get to fully stream yesterday, so I thought I may as well just do one today. Make up for that. Because I got a lot to talk about. We're currently on the fighting game topic of, like, the new fighting game era and... what's it called? Mostly just a new fighting game era, then accessibility in fighting games. Also, who's hyped for Bethesda making 4 Fallout games? No, technically it's not Bethesda making 4 Fallout games at the same time. It's Obsidian making 4, or Obsidian's making 1, and Bethesda making like 3 Fallout games and like 1 Elder Scrolls game at the same time, and then also still updating Starfield. What a funny turn of events. I love how they're like... there we go. I love how in the actual announcement for it... also, I thought I'd just make myself... I actually need to drag myself down a bit. I thought I'd make myself slightly bigger. But, I love how in the announcement, if they don't crunch Obsidian to make the game, they can't. Obsidian have now been tasked with making 2 Fallout games in 18 months. Good luck, buddy. They're bringing in AI Chris Avellone to write the story. They're bringing in, like, rock-generated Chris Avellone. I think it's Josh Sawyer for the Obsidian Fallout game. My one hope is that the game doesn't have... they somehow change up the gunplay. I do not want to be playing a... like... oh, here's Fallout... here's Fallout... here's Fallout New Vegas, as you exactly imagined it, and then you go play Fallout New Vegas, but it's like New Vegas with, like... the gunplay of Fallout 4. I would hate that. I hate Fallout 4 gunplay so much. But yeah, no, it's... like, I do not trust... like, we've seen not Obsidian. We've seen Bethesda making games with like we've seen them making 1 game at a time and it already being a buggy mess. I am so scared for Bethesda making like, was it 5 games at the... technically 4 games at the same time. That's terrifying. That is genuinely, like, terrifying. I don't know if I can... I don't know if I can survive it. If we're being honest. I think it is, like, really funny, though. Numbers keep increasing in 7 games. Also, welcome, man. Hope you've been having a very, very nice day. But, it's fucked up. It's genuinely, like, I do not trust them making this many games at the same time. To be fair, they're probably, like, teams, like, making a lot of these games at the same time, but, like, that's crazy. Like, what's going on right now is there's so much, like, shit going on. Like, Starfield's still getting updated is, like, kind of nice, though. I'm glad they still, like, care for Starfield. I'm glad that they are still updating it, because I kind of want to get around to it one day and, like, play it. Because I've heard not bad things about it. I heard people saying it's pretty neat on, like, launch. And I'm not really going into it with any huge expectations. Neither I am. Let's change music up. Let's change up the soundtrack that we are playing. I wanna like be excited. I wanna be like, oh wow, I'm so hyped. But like I just need to see how this will turn out. There's a potential that I need to do like Sidere Fallout New Vegas permadeath like season 2. I was gonna do that on New Vegas again, just base New Vegas. I might. But like I don't know. I've not been feeling, I don't think I could be like my main problem is I don't think I could be invested in like a big challenge run at the moment. I don't think I would have the heart in it. Like I tried to play Fallout 4 with a challenge run and that didn't really end well. I just didn't like that game. But the main thing is like I just want to have a good game that I can be like, wow, I'm really invested in this challenge. I think since I've already done the New Vegas one, I wouldn't really enjoy it as much on a second time round. Because part of the fun to me of the New Vegas permadeath run was just me learning the game as I go. Me playing the game and being like, oh, that's how this works. Oh, I can do this, this, and this, and this to like buff up my early game or buff up my late game. And I think Fallout New Vegas is like the best game for permadeath. I think the game, it's a game where it lets you play the game more than the other games do. Fallout 3 permadeath kind of sucks because like the second half of the game is you following like an invincible NPC around and they just like kill everything for you. Or you just run past stuff. I think Fallout 3 is like a very bad game for it. I think Fallout 4 is like everything is way too spongy and I just don't like Fallout 4. I think Fallout 4 is a game that is just like incredibly lacking in terms of like, y'all got any good gameplay? No. Y'all got any good story? No. Y'all got any like, what do you have? And we're stuck there. Like the gunplay to me of like Fallout 4 is just way too floaty. That's my big issue with Fallout 4 is it's just like the game feels so floaty. Like it feels very floaty and awkward and like you shoot dudes and it's like there is some impact but the guns just don't feel right to use. I don't like it. I just don't like how Fallout 4 plays. And like the early game of Fallout 4 is like just pretty slow. Like outside of the power armor, literally nothing happens until like maybe the 4 or like. It's weird because then you go fight Kellogg and then the Kellogg fight is like he just is the spongiest guy ever made. Call him Bob the way he's sponging. Like the Kellogg just kind of sucks to deal with. I like the memory den like sequence. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's a very strange game. I wanna enjoy Fallout 4 more, but I don't have it in me. Like it's probably a good game. Hopefully. Maybe not. I don't know. But I can safely, like, say my time on Fallout 4 is done. Which I'm, like, pretty happy with. It means, like, because I would always have the problem of, like, before streams, I'm like, what game do I stream? I'm kind of lost. What game do I stream? And I would weigh up my options. I would be like, I could do this, but then I could do that, and I could do this. And then, like, I got to Fallout 4 and it's like, okay, I'm doing the Fallout 4 stream today. And I played Fallout 4 and it was just like, what am I even playing here? Like, it felt like the Fallout 4 stream felt like that, do y'all remember when Fallout 76 came out? And they had that collab stream with, it was Ninja from Fortnite, Rick Sanchez, and so who else was in there? Was it Shroud in there? Rick Sanchez... Ninja Fallout 76 stream. Oh, that's who it was. It was Rick, Morty, Logic, and Ninja. That's who it was. Okay. That was the roster. That was the roster for the Fallout 76 stream. What a What a funny ass roster. That was like genuinely one of the worst streams ever. Like my time playing Fallout like 4 genuinely felt like that stream. Like it felt like sponsored. It felt like sponsored Andy, where I'm trying to be like, wow, look at this, guys. This game's so cool. Wow, this character's actually a lot better written than you realize. Wow, that's a cool intro. Wow, you know, I quite like the Minutemen. And, like, that was all it was. I dare you, go back and watch that stream. I'm having the time of my life. They paid me a bajillion, like, Bethesda Creation Club credits to make that stream. They didn't, actually. I ain't getting sued here. They did not pay me 5 bajillion Bethesda bucks to do that stream. I done that stream because I was like, maybe I gotta give Fallout 4 a try. And then I gave it a try and I'm just like, I can't play this game. Like, that's genuinely how it felt. I think the stream ended with me just building an endless tower and being like, oh, that was cool. See you next time. And then, like, my model disappeared. Yeah, no, I Fallout 4. I'm okay. Hope I'm doing... Hope doing great. Hell yeah. I am glad you're doing okay. The enemy level scaling is so bad in that game. It's so miserable. Everything is spongy, and then they add like the legendary enemies that just have another health bar. And most of the time they drop like absolutely nothing worthwhile from killing them. Like, the best legendaries you can get are either just, like, the ones that the game gives you for free. Like, it is such a, like, strangely designed game. And, I want to like it because I like the factions at play. I think the Institute are, like, a cool take on, like, the bad guy faction of the game. Like, most of the time I do an Institute run because I just think, hey, the Institute, like... Obviously, I'm like, wow, what was that? There was, like, that meme, and it's like, that this is to show, like, the viewer's intended expression. Like, the one with, like, the smiley face, and it turns to, like, a sad face during, like, Scarface. Like, it feels like that. Like, I love doing Institute playthroughs just because the Institute are really fun to play as. But, like, as a faction, they're, like, so much missed potential. Why are we kidnapping people? I don't know. We have cool gorillas, though. Look at our synthetic gorillas. And then the Brotherhood are there. The Brotherhood 2 are in this episode. But yeah, it just ends up being a game where, like, everything has 5 bajillion HP, and you also have 5 bajillion HP with power armor. So the scaling is, like, super messed up. Like, I liked my first playthrough of Fallout 4 back in, like, what was it, 2016 the game came out? I liked playing it then. But, like, I can't say I enjoy playing it these days. I just think Skyrim is... My other problem is, like, to me, Skyrim just set the bar too high for Bethesda games. And I know, like, a lot of people kind of rag on Skyrim, but, like, Skyrim is genuinely just that good of a game to me. I think there's so much stuff that Skyrim just does super well. Like, the world is so well characterized. I think a lot of the stories can be very hit or miss. Like, the Civil War sucks. The Civil War sucks because you can't actually do anything with the factions in the Civil War. It's just like, oh, pick a side and kill guys. And I wish that was better. I wish that was a lot better handled. I think that's enough granite. I kind of want granite as a decoration block. I think it could bring out a nice contrast with some of the blocks I already have. But yeah, no, like the Skyrim Civil War is like, hey, let's kill like, hey, pick a side and beat up guys. Ulfric Stormcloak is such a like ridiculously poorly written character that it's like really funny. His only notable like character trait is that he's being paid off by the Thalmor to do this. That's all it is. He's being funded by the Thalmor. That's his whole thing. Like, it's funny. And like part of me also doesn't want to just be like, wow, New Vegas is the greatest game ever. Like, I like New Vegas. I think it's a really good game. Probably one of my favorite games ever made. But I feel like the time constraint the team had like really shows with New Vegas. That's like my one issue with New Vegas is that like you can really feel that they had to make this game in 18 months. Other than that, like I think New Vegas stands out so apart as like being like, wait, this game's kind of cooking with its themes, its characters, its writing. Like the thing I really like about New Vegas is it knows when to be silly and it knows when to be like serious with its plot lines. I think there's a lot of like very serious topics handled in New Vegas that are like honestly really well executed. Sayonara. I think there's a lot of good stuff in New Vegas, especially pertaining to that. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff, especially with the way a lot of factions are written. I think the Legion could have been done with having more stuff. I feel like the game is very much like, where am I? Genuinely, where am I? Yeah, I think the Legion are, and this isn't me being like Legion Glazer Andy. Like I done my Legion playthrough for the 100% achievement and was shaking my head the entire time. That's what I was up to. I genuinely cannot remember the way home. Oh well, we got golden carrots. Yeah, like the Legion. I think they're really well handled for the most part, is like how they formed and their whole leadership. I think they were written pretty well in a TV show. I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh damn, the Legion are poorly written. Kaiser's too smart to do that. And that's the whole point of Kaiser, is he's a fucking idiot. He's just very charismatic. Of course he would be like, yeah, the Legion goes down with me, motherfucker. Of course, Mr. Kaiser of Kaiser's Legion would be like, yeah, that's whole Legion's like shtick. It's going down with me. I'm the only one worthy of this. And like, I know a lot of people would be like, oh no, but the Vegas said otherwise. And New Vegas, like, they kill Kaiser and they're like, wow, he has 5 million heirs in production. We didn't do anything to stop the Legion. And like, part of me thinks that's kind of true and that's the way they wanted to handle Kaiser, but like, things change. And I think the way they handled him was pretty fine as to, especially how the... I said, this isn't my village! Where am I? Oh, more bread. Delicious. I don't want to set my spawn point either. We kind of want to get the nether. Not the nether, start the weather soon. I feel like that could be worthwhile. But yeah. Like the Mighty Kaiser. Cool character. Oh, my bundle. Don't really arrows. What stuff can I stick in a bundle? There we go. That clears up inventory space. But yeah, as I was saying about Kaiser, cool character. But also the other thing, the thing that kind of, to me, justifies like, oh, that's how the Legion ended. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Is that like, I know people are like, oh, but in New Vegas, they said with, I'm going to save the coordinates here. They were like, oh, but the Legion ain't gone. Wow, they got 500 heirs. They got all of this. But at the same time, I'm like, this is NCR intelligence they're receiving about this. This is rumors and NCR, like all sorts of words they got from the NCR. And like, from what we know, especially in that one quest with Chief Hanlon, is that so much of that NCR like knowledge was just made up. So much of the information going around the NCR was just shit they made Hanlon made up to like drive to kind of dissuade the NCR from like wasting all these lives trying to fight over Vegas. I like Chief Hanlon a lot. He's also one of my favorite New Vegas characters. I like his quest a lot. But yeah, no, they literally made that up. They were out there being told that there was like, oh, they have Legion trained Death Claws. And if like some Fallout fan would, I genuinely believe some Fallout fans would do that quest line. And they would be like, oh yeah, no, Chief Hanlon said that the NCR report said that there was like Legion trained Death Claws. That's fucked up. The Legion have Death Claws and then go with it. that's like what I believe. But yeah, no, I like how the Legion were handled. I think the Legion are a very interesting faction. I wish we got some more of them. We could potentially get some more Legion, which I am kind of interested in, especially because we're getting a brand new Fallout game from Obsidian. So I'd imagine that game would go more into the West Coast. Isn't that how fiction... Yeah, that's literally how fiction works. This is a made-up story. Oh, hey, it's the pillagers. Don't mind me, brother. Just getting some loot. What are these? These are some armor trims. That's pretty cool. I don't really have a use for most of this stuff. Anyway, I genuinely don't know where where my home is. I probably have some screenshot of its coordinates, but like, I like exploring. This game's beautiful. I want to explore more. I kind of want to get horse in Minecraft. But yeah, like I like a lot of the Legion's writing. I think that's very well handled. I hope we get to see more of it with Obsidian's new Fallout title. I think only Obsidian can do like the NCR and Legion, like those kind of factions, justice. I think like those factions are only something that I would trust Obsidian with. To be fair, the show wasn't half bad for the Legion. But the show, the thing with the show is like, the show is like actually telling a story. Bethesda as a whole, like, are really weird with how they handle their narratives. Because, like, Bethesda... Oh, that's deep. The way Bethesda like to handle a lot of their narratives, they like a big... Bethesda like a big open world you explore, and you explore places in the world, and you're like, wow, that's cool. And like the actual story and writing of it is like kind of secondhand. Like they don't focus on telling like, oh, here's the pinnacle of storytelling. Like, The Skyrim Civil War exists. Skyrim main quest in general is also like pretty lackluster. It's fine. Like I think it's a perfectly serviceable main quest, but I just don't think it's anything special. Like people don't talk about Skyrim for how riveting and engaging the main quest was. They talk about Skyrim for its exploration. That's the big thing they like about Skyrim is you go in the world, you see that mountain, you can climb it. I think that wasn't that said about Oblivion. But yeah, that's... I mean, here's the thing though. Because since we're a bit lost here, this is a pretty nice spot. I may have to come back here later. Since we are kind of lost, the good thing is our base is on the coast, so we just need to go past the coast and to get back to our main base of operations. So I like a lot of that. I like Bethesda's... I like both Bethesda and Obsidian's way they handle their games. I think both of them are really good. And both of them work for the most part. When the game is like more well designed around it. This is a pretty cool like coast though. Like I like those Fallout games a lot. I like Elder Scrolls a lot. I am scared to see what happens. Not scared. I don't know what's happening with Elder Scrolls 6. I know they say it's playable. Like, oh, it's playable and we're loving it. But, like, I don't know if I trust that. Like, it probably is playable in some form. But I'm like, I still don't think we're getting this game for another 3 years. Like, I doubt we're going to wake up and it's like, wow, Fallout or Elder Scrolls 6, it's out next year. I don't think that'll be the case. Also, let's get. I know I keep adjusting my position midstream, but like, let's get the shirt in there. It's too good of a shirt not to have in there. But yeah, like I don't know what's going on with Elder Scrolls X. I can only hope that it's good and development's going pretty smooth for it. Speaking of smooth development, Dead by Daylight. I've been tempted to put up the Dead by Daylight again. I know I missed the event, but like I got my 15 million blood points and dumped them in I invested them into like Alan Wake. You know, the best-selling writer Alan Wake. He wrote Departure, which is a pretty wonderful book, if I'd say so myself. It's kind of funny. He killed Phasmophobia. Like, the game Phasmophobia is just, like, exploded because we're like, oh, let's add the Alan Wake DLC. And then it, like, it just exploded a lot of the back-end structure of... It just exploded everything behind the scenes with, what's it called? With Phasmophobia. And, like, I'm like, that sucks, because I know there's so many other games that, like, one update is just kind of broken for no reason. But, like, to have it be because of the Alan Wake update is... I think it's just really funny. Senor Wake somehow, like, ends all life. In Phasmophobia. He killed the game. The game is no more. Also, question for the more Minecraft savvy in here: Do jungle leaves still give less, or jungle saplings still give less? Oh no, that's the other way around. Do leaves still give? Jungle leaves give less jungle saplings. That's what I want to say. Is that still the case? It's like what? That was like a 4-branch, like not 4-branch. That was a 2x2 tree, and it's only given me like 2 saplings. Granted, a lot of them probably could be stuck in the trees, but I think that's probably the case, because I remember them being really bugged in that sense. Although jungle logs are a pretty nice block, I might actually use them in some building. There's a lot of blocks here that I need to grab for some stuff. I need some bamboo. I never knew jungle chickens were different. That's pretty cool. I know they've been adding a lot of like different mobs for different regions, but like I never knew the jungle chickens looked like that. Anyway, we're lost. I genuinely have no clue where I'm going here. We'll find out. Oh wait, is that also a savanna biome? This is a really nice building spot, actually. Hold on. I know I'd started working like my uber mega base, but like I'm kind of loving the valley. Hold on. Save that. I kind of love the valley. I think the valley could be... Oh, look at that. Look at all the trees. Like, look how cool this is. Wait, also melon. I will grab some melon. Okay, this is really cool. Somehow my coastal adventures have left me even farther than home. But like, this is a cool spot. Wait, is this an island in the middle? Wait, please tell me. Please tell me there's like an island. Okay, there isn't an island in the middle per se, but we could make one. This is honestly such a nice spot. I think I might just move base here. I think that's the plan. I think I might just pack it up and move here. Also take some bamboo with me because I need it. I think this is the spot. Like, how far out are we? I think if I want to head back to the main base of operations, I gotta make a boat. I hate that boats are like 5 wood. It's such an awkward amount of like, oh yeah, you need 5. Oh, they make noise. That's pretty cool. Anyway, let's sail. Yeah, I found this spot and I think it's a really cool spot. I might need to build here. Claim this is my new base. Look at that. Honestly, it's beautiful. It looks really beautiful. Yeah, there's a lot of I've been thinking on other games to stream. I love the Minecraft. I'm gonna be honest, I completely love the Minecraft streams. I think they've been so fun. I've had a lot of time and like I've enjoyed a lot of my time playing Minecraft, and I just like it because I can just talk on stuff. Was that a dolphin? I feel like it's so cool looking. So I think I will play more Minecraft. But I'm thinking on other games. I'm like too burnt out on fighting games to be like, I'm gonna do Strive streams. Dead by Daylight is a big F. I don't know if I like actually enjoy streaming that game. I streamed it like a good few years back in 2021. And the streams were fun, but like the game has changed a lot in those 5 years. Isn't this ominous? If only I had my big tower built and then I could see it. Like, I genuinely think we just need to keep sailing. Like, sail the seas, and then that's us back home. No, I would, Oh, that's me. F3. I don't think it's here. I think it's... I want to say it's more so over here. Oh, it's a zombie. It's a few zombies, actually. Wait. What is this? Wait, is this one of the structures? Like the underwater structures? Oh, wait, there might be treasure here. Hold on. Get the music playing. Wait a sec. We might have some treasure in our hands. Get the shovel out. I can't see anything because of the water. Okay, now I can see since the torch is here. Yes. Oh. I mean, it's still treasure. But, like... What is the glass breaking sound? Oh, I'm stuck in here. Get me out. Okay. What is the glass breaking sound? I take it as like, oh, there's a fossil in this water. Also, actually, we need sand as well. I know this is just a collect-a-thon for me at this moment of like, wait, I need this item. Wait, I need that item. Yeah, I think that's more than enough. We have the drones coming after us. Let me grab my torch, put it in my other hand, and we're off. You know, I don't actually like pirate stuff all that much. It's funny. I like... To me, pirates need to have, like, an extra flavor to them. Like, you can't just have pirates on their own. Because I think pirates on their own are kind of boring. What are you? Oh, you're just, like, fish. But yeah, no. Pirates on their own, I think, are, like, really boring. I think there is, like... They're like bread. Like, they're great if you pair, like, pirate up with something else and, like, go from there. But I think pirate as its own concept is, like... It's kind of whatever. Like, I was never really into Pirates of the Caribbean. I was never really into those films. Which also just meant I never really got the whole Johnny Depp thing. I was like... Oh, magma underneath us. Like, he just kind of sounds like a bit of a shitter. I never really was fully invested in, like, anything that he really made. I was like, wow, he's the guy in Pirates of the Caribbean. He wasn't in Kingdom Hearts 2. Who voiced him in Cage 2? I know it's like a... I know it's a funny VA cast. Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts, as a Senor Zemnis says it. Cage 2. Jack Sparrow voice. James Arnold. Wait. As in the James Arnold Taylor? As in, like, Johnny Test's James Arnold Taylor? As in... Is that really who voices him in that game? As in, like, Titus? The Titus or Titus? That's a question. Only you will find out if you play Final Fantasy X and X-2. They're both on Steam. Very, very good games. You can get them on the sale. The port is a bit weird. The Steam port just has, like, a green screen over, like, one of the cutscenes. It's really important. It's really funny. So, like, I don't know if I can, like, fully be like, oh, yeah, you gotta get the Steam port. Because, like, they are probably one of his titles. That's the proper pronunciation, see? Unfortunately, we have spoiled Final Fantasy X here. We know the proper pronunciation. There's nothing more to the game. We pack it up. It's over. We know the proper pronunciation. That's a huge important plot point of the game. But yeah, no. They're spearing my... Get out of here. They're throwing spears at my boat from underwater. I still don't think... Like, this does not look like home. I think we will end up home at some point, but... I think these two coordinates are kind of balanced out. Like, I need to go in the middle of these two ones. But yeah, no, like... That's a kind of crazy VA for Mr. Jack Sparrow himself. But yeah, like, I never really got the films. I thought the KH2 world was, like, kind of whatever. I don't know. I just don't think... I just didn't really like the Disney worlds in KH2 that much. The only one I really liked was, like, Timeless River and Tron. Those were the only ones I was like, wow, these are kind of banger Disney worlds. Milan was very whatever. They didn't even do the whole song and dance in Milan. It's messed up. Like, Milan kind of sucked. Beauty and the Beast was, like... okay. I wouldn't really call it anything special. It was just like... oh, hey, here's Beauty and the Beast. This does not feel familiar. I guess you could say we're lost at sea. But we had... you had Beauty and the Beast. You had Aladdin. Nothing happened in Aladdin. I genuinely can't say, like... wow, Aladdin was a good world, or oh, Aladdin was a bad world, because literally nothing happened. You get to the second Aladdin visit, and then, like, you have the whole, like, oh, here's Genie Jafar, too. He's back for vengeance. Better prepare, Sora. And he kind of sucks as a boss fight. Like, I'm gonna be honest, he kind of sucks as a boss fight. 1 second, I gotta dive to the heart to find my, find my quartz. Is that real? Are they really at that? Okay. I guess we're going this way. But yeah, no. I don't know. I wasn't really as much of a fan of the Disney World. I did think they were still pretty fun. I think Nightmare Before Christmas... I didn't say Nightmare on Elm Street this time. I'm glad. I think Nightmare Before Christmas World in KH2 was a good chunk better than the first game's, like, visit. To be fair, I'm also just not a Halloween Andy. I just don't like Halloween. I think everything looks too, like, gaudy and annoying horror as to, like... But then if you had everyone running around, like, genuine horror creatures, it would be kind of evil and fucked up. But yeah, I've never really been that much into Halloween. I think it's, like... it's alright. And it's weird because I like horror films. I watched Alien. Alien is, like, such a good film. I watched Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm like, that's a good film. I love that one. I watched Scream 1. And Scream 1 was a good film. But I just don't like... I just don't like Halloween. I don't know what it is. Funnily enough, I haven't watched Halloween. But, like... no, I just... there's just something about it. where I just don't enjoy it all that much as a holiday. I like it because, like, it's something that kids get to do in a world where, like, kids don't really get to do shit. Like, kids were like, oh yeah, no, the park and, like, park, going to the mall and all that, like, going to cinemas, that's all kind of, like, down the drain. That's kind of in the shadow right now. So then kids are like, oh yeah, no, we'll just play, like, Roblox or whatever instead. And then Roblox is like, oh yeah, no, like, get out of here. It's a strange looking hole. But yeah, no, I like it that, like, kids get to, like, hang out and do whatever and be like, wow, we get to do things as a friend. As friends. When the world is just taking a lot of that away. Like, that's cool. I don't mind that aspect of Halloween. I don't know. I just think there's just something about the Halloween aesthetic that, like, I don't like. Like, I'm not really a pumpkin fan. I also think some of this like, just, like, straight up stems from Team Fortress 2. I think a lot of my, like, disdain, I guess, for Halloween comes from the fact that, like, I hate Scream Fortress events. Scream Fortress events, genuinely, I hate them. They are like, hey, what if, like, people just got random crits every 3 seconds? Like, I know that's already TF2. You're going to be like, hey, Sidere, that's already TF2. But no, like, this is, like, not even random crits. This is just guaranteed crits for, like, 5 seconds. What if we just, like, people had that randomly? And also, like, there's, like, a big annoying boss that spawns in and says, hey, you need to kill me if you want to play the game. So then you're just stuck shooting, like, a fallen 4-tier enemy for, like, the next, like, 500 hours. I like the idea of the Scream Fortress stuff. I'm like, oh, that's cool that they put a boss fight in this map or whatever. But I think a lot of the Scream Fortress stuff is just stuff that I'm like, I don't like this. Like, gameplay-wise, it's pretty bad. The maps aesthetically are like, I think it's cool what they do to a lot of the maps for Scream Fortress. I'm home! We made it. Look at our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful base. Now with a lot more granite. Why did we get granite? Why are we here? This, I guess we can stick it in one of the storage chests. But yeah, never been a fan of Halloween. And it probably stems from Scream Fortress. Just because, like, the Scream Fortress events kind of suck. Also, like, Halloween music, like, I guess you can call it music, kind of sucks. You got, like, 3 songs. You got the Monster Mash. You got someone's, like, shitty big, like, organ. Like, da-da-da, like that going on. And then you got, like, the eeriest, like, weirdest music of all time. Okay, is Christmas music any better? It's kind of, like, Christmas music is also, like, the same 3 songs. You got, like, All I Want for Christmas Is You. You got, what's the other one? What's the other? That's annoying me. There's one song I like, and I'm leaving that out of here. We Keep George Michael Last Christmas out of here. That's a good song. In this house, George Michael is a hero. End of story. Yeah, no, George Michael Last Christmas is, like, a good one. So I ain't saying shit about that. It's George Michael. I can possibly be like, oh no, the George Michael song kind of sucks, actually. No, we're not saying that. It's George Michael. Yeah, it's like, All I Want for Christmas Is You. There's also Fairy Tale of New York. Fairy Tale of New York is fine, but, like, people really like to emphasize a certain word when singing that song. That's all I'm gonna say. It feels like people will like sing that song and then you just hear them like they'll mumble the full song and then that one word comes up and then they're like they bailed it out as soon as possible. That's song does it. Like the song sounds fine without it. I don't know why everyone is like, no, we need to keep it. I don't care, whatever. It's like if they keep it, cool. If they don't, cool. There is no evil agenda. It's like, no, we gotta kill Fairy Tale of New York. We gotta kill it. There is no agenda that is saying that. Yeah, it's a fine song. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time? How do we feel about that one? It's whatever. It's whatever. Probably above Find Your One Way in my playlist, but like I don't put much on it. Didn't Sia make a Christmas song? She did, didn't she? I swear Sia made a Christmas film. Not Christmas film, Christmas song. Yeah. There's no certain. What's the Sia one? Snowman. Oh, that one sucks. That one fucking sucks. That one kind of reeks. You're sad if you make a Christmas song, I'm gonna be honest. It's funny, my main memories, I don't know why we're on the Christmas topic, it's July. But like my main memories of Christmas is like, I don't know why, anytime it would come to that point of the year, I would always just watch Yogscast videos. At that point of the year, something just clicks in my brain of like, I gotta watch Yogscast. And like, honestly, that's like cool. I like the Yogscast are pretty cool. I was there for I wasn't there in person, but I really liked the stuff they done, like the charity event. It was like the TF2 tournament one, like the arena tournament. I loved those. I thought those were so fun to watch. I remember the one where I think one of the teams had... It's such a weird lineup to look at. It's genuinely such a weird lineup to look at for that Yogscast event. Like, you had the Robin Walker of Valve Entertainment there. You had, like, one team that had, like, Jerma and Captain Sparkles on. Like, they were just pulling out all the stops. They were getting everyone. I think I was rooting for the team with Sidere on it, just because I like Sidere. He's a cool guy. Funnily enough, a lot of my... Not really, like... Funnily enough, I guess. A lot of my commentary and just, like, a general style of how I'd make my videos, all of that, how I do my streams, I was just inspired by him. Like, just straight up. I watched a lot of Jerma and Sidere back in the day. It's where a lot of my... I'm not going to say it's where a lot of my bets come from. A lot of my bets are, like, very unique. They're very, to me. Like, all of my bets aren't just like, oh yeah, here's coffee, Cheetos, chicken, but it's, like, 3 separate words. Like, you ask me, name a Sidere bet, and I'll be like, fungus stack. Tony Soprano. The One from Ao One. And the let me get some quests from the Adventurers Guild, like, voice. Like, that's a me bet. That ain't on... You ain't finding that on, like, Jerma TV. Jerma probably has done that bet before, but, like, who cares? No bet is truly original. I guess a lot of my other modern stuff, it's, like, kind of Northern Line inspired. Like, it's hard not to be Northern Line inspired. He's, like, so charismatic. Like, I don't even care for like half of the games. He's like, I'm not like an Andy who plays. I think Andy, that was another one. That originated from Jerma's chat, didn't it? So not Jerma's. I think that's like that was like the general Twitch Andy, so to say. Lingo. No, the Jerma one was like +2 and -2. Which then is like more of like a northern line bit now. But yeah, a lot of my like commentary stuff like that is very. Now that I've pointed it out, you'll not be able to unnotice it. Good luck. Good luck, gamers. But yeah, back in the Christmas song grind. Maybe I gotta release my own Christmas cover, you know. This year, we gotta get the last Christmas cover out there. If I reach it, like, I want to set some stupid goal. Do it. I gotta do it. I want to set a goal of if I get 500 on my YouTube, I will do the last Christmas cover. We will get that George Michael last Christmas cover out there. Because funnily enough, like George Michael is technically another like certified classic Sidere bit. Like I could name, like I could like, I'm thinking on the whole like joke bit again. Like not all like, because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of jokes. Like it's just the way jokes are. A lot of jokes are like recycled. Someone is probably, there are 8 billion people on this planet. Someone has probably said the joke before you have. That's just the way it works. But yeah, like if I was like, oh yeah, what's a certified classic Sidere bit? Then I'm gonna be like, a certified classic would be, like saying goodnight to your like delivery driver, like being like a very awkward thing. Like, I will always stand by the, like, saying, oh, have a good night to your delivery driver as, like, super awkward. And it's, like, it's not that I don't want them to have a... It's not that I don't want them to have a good night. I don't want to be like, damn, haha, fuck you, get me my food. Like, I don't want to be like that at all. But to me, I just feel... It's super awkward if you're, like, someone delivers food, you got your 5 Guys or whatever in hand. Like, oh, I'm gonna go get, like, whatever food from, like, Uber Eats or whatever. I'm gonna get my McDonald's, I'm gonna get my 5 Guys, I'm gonna get whatever. You got it in your hands and you're like, haha, fuck you. Like, but, like, saying have a good night. I think it's the personal element of have a good night that makes it feel super awkward. That has always been my take. And it's not that I won't say good night to people. I'll be like... I say have a good evening instead. It's a lot less, like, personal. Or, like, have a good one. Have a good rest of... Like, have a good day is, like, perfect. Because you're just having a good day. Everyone should have a good day. You should have a good day right now. But, like... That's generally how it is. That's a cool little... I like the little base I've got in here. You could probably do it with some more lighting, but I need glowstone for that, and glowstone's a bit of a pain in the ass to get. I do want to get more resources though. We gotta stack them up. I need more torches. Like, I kind of want to light up a lot of the cave. I want to get a lot of that lit up. Yeah, no, like... Good night is always a very personal one. Like, there's that, and then there's, like, the fall of Katie was tragic. Like, I ain't even a Warhammer, like, player or whatever. But I will always just be like, oh yeah, if I need to fit into a Warhammer conversation, man, Fall of Katie was tragic. Whatever happened there. Kadia stands. So true. The funny thing is, I don't even... Oh, I would say, like, I'm not even into Warhammer. I'm not into Warhammer. I just know, like, KD access. And I just had to, like, anytime I'm, like, oh, I'm going to the Warhammer, like, my friends are like, oh, yeah, well, let's get some Warhammer stuff. And then someone's like, yo, what Warhammer stuff you getting? I will always just be like, man, the fall of Cadia was tragic. Like, I have 3 bets. There are 3 statements, totally true statements, I make whenever talking about Warhammer. It's A, like, man, those Kriegsmans and their shovels. Like, C, nobody plays AdMech. And, like, the last one is, like, man, the fall of Cadia was tragic. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Warhammer Andy comes up to you and is like, gun to your head, name 3 Warhammer things. You're like, man, fall of Cadia was tragic. B, Kriegsman players love their shovels. And C, like, haha. Why were they afraid? Why were they like, damn, I can't believe he's evil, when the guy's name is literally Horus Heresy? Like, he was named that. You say that, you say those, and you're like, okay, that's bingo, you're out of there. Bada bing, bada boom. That's you. Like, yeah, that's how I feel with Warhammer. It's fun. The funny thing is, I actually own some Warhammer models. A dear friend to me. Snake 100. Oh, Skyrim referenced. I love that game. No, but like a dear friend to me, for my birthday this year, got me like 10 Cadian shock troopers. So I have those. I don't have the tools to assemble them, so they're just kind of sitting with me right now. But a dear friend was like, hey, there is Xeno faction, only one clear answer. That clear answer. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Xenos factions. To me, I have an inherent preference to Tyranids for one exact reason. And that one exact reason is I've played exactly one Magic the Gathering game in my life. And I was using like the Tyranid deck. And I won that game, and I've never played a game of Magic the Gathering after that. And now I can just hold that, oh yeah, I've got a 100% win rate in Magic the Gathering because of that Tyranid deck. So like, I'm going to say Tyranids. That's like the greatest Xenos faction in Warhammer. That's what I'll hold it up to. Tau are pretty cool too. I have a lot of friends who play Tau. You lie. All I'm saying is they got me that MTG one. I never need to play Magic the Gathering again after the Tyranids. Because of them. It's what more can you ask for from a faction? Oh, no candle to the orcs. Okay, no, if you're saying orcs, okay, no, yeah, no, orcs. I've got friends who play orcs. Orcs are kind of sick. Everything I know about, like, from the orc lore is, like, just, like, really funny. And there's, like, a lot of cool shit you can do with, like, the orc models, too. But yeah, I own... I now own 10 Cadian shock troopers. I'm the proud owner of 10 Cadian shock troopers. I still need to assemble them at some point, like paint them and all that. I just don't have the paints or that. But I gotta get them. Those are my troops. Those are my Andes. But I will probably get them done one day. But yeah, no, I can't, because I kept joking about like oh, me and my like 10 Cadian shock troopers. So like one of my friends, she was just like, yeah, like sneakily for my birthday is like, oh yeah, here's 10 Cadian shock troopers. I didn't. I'm thinking about it. I didn't even like get the gift until like 3 months later because it's like it was given to another friend who is like, yeah, I gotta get you this gift, but like I'm only doing it in this certain time. So I was like stalled out of this like mystery gift for like 3 months, and it was just like 10 Canadian shock troopers. It's the funniest thing ever. me and my 10 Canadian shock troopers. Yeah, orcs are cool. I like orcs. I think Space Marines are like kind of boring, but that's just because like I'm not a fan of like bulky sci-fi armors. That's my issues. I just don't think I'm not a fan of bulky sci-fi armors. Like I think when they're done well, they're like cool, but I think the like Space Marines are like too much bulk for me. Like my favorite of sci-fi armors is like I am a very big fan of like I like the Mjolnir Mark V, like the Halo armor. I think that's like one of my favorite sci-fi armors. Like there's just something about that Mark V that I'm like, okay, you know, this is the sickest thing ever made. I like Mark 5B, which is like the... Like, I say this about Mark 5. I think Mark 5 is so cool, like, well designed because it was designed around for a strategy game. I actually had a video script that I need to finish and, like, finish reading. Or finish reading, writing, and doing all sorts with. That was essentially covering the Halo art style. And the influences and changes from the Halo art style from Halo 1 to Halo 2. I really like those. Or I had a lot of fun writing that one. Because, like, to me, a lot of the changes in Halo art style was because, Halo Combat Evolved was primarily designed... Oh, this is a skeleton spawner. We've hit the jackpot. I needed a mob, like, XP farm for a while. So that is very fortunate. I think cool. We got cat. We got beetroot seeds. More leather. Golden apple. That's like okay. Yo, horse armor. We're back in the Bethesda mines. We've never left. Tricky Todd knows his way. When there is a will, there is a way when it comes to Tricky Todd. But yeah, no. Like, favorite sci-fi armor. It's a weird one. I like Mjolnir Mark 6. Like, I like Mark 5 a lot. But, like, because Mark 5 carries a lot of bulk of, like, sci-fi armors, but then still, like, makes it feel usable. The news about Elder Scrolls 6. Oh, yeah, I've seen that it's playable, and they're very happy. I have seen... I have seen, like, it's in a playable state. It's coming sometime. We don't know when. It'll be cool. I am not going down there. How far does the sound travel, actually? I don't want to risk it. Yeah, I seen that news. That's... I hope it's good. It really feels like they just announced it as, like originally announcing Elder Scrolls 6 is like a... I thought that was like a mob there or something. It feels like Elder Scrolls 6 was like originally announced because they were like, okay, we have no games, or no, it was like, oh, we need the big PR. We need big PR. We're working on Elder Scrolls 6. Elder Scrolls 6 is real. It's happening. They were like that, and that's cool. Big fan of Elder Scrolls 6. But then at the same time, that was when Bethesda... Yeah, I think that's definitely the case. Because a lot of the stuff that they've said have been stuff that's like been rumors for like who knows how many years now. It's just Bethesda have been like really quiet on anything that isn't a Fallout 76 DLC. So we're finally like getting something. My one hope is that like the thing I'm really concerned about is Elder Scrolls Online. Because it's kind of hard to... They did say a lot of stuff about Elder Scrolls Online that is, like, pretty hopeful. Of, like, hey, no, we're still working on this game. This game is real. It's... Yeah, I think... It's not my go-to MMO. I know I have a few friends who played, though. I just don't want to see more games going the way of, like... Get out of here. Wait... You go as well. You go as well. You're getting the Anakin treatment. Elder Scrolls... Yes, so I played a fair bit of it, and it was fun. I just don't want to see more games going the way of Destiny 2. That's like my main concern. I enjoyed some of the time I had with it. I have friends who play it a lot. I think it's always nice to have variety in the MMO genre. Because MMOs are, like, really weird. Like, by main MMO, it was, like, just play Warframe or Minecraft. That's true. I've never been the biggest fan of Warframe. I'm, like... I tried to get into it. And then, like, the weapon crafting was there. And I was like, okay, I'm out 1.2 seconds. That was me. But, like... I tried to get into it and just never really found myself enjoying it too much. In terms of MMOs, though, my main one is like Final Fantasy 14. You tried Minecraft? That's the Minecraft, like the Minecraft one, isn't it? I've tried that out. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I tried that out a good few years ago. It's a really fun one. It's really cool how well it's made. Like, you can really feel the amount of effort put into it. It's like a really crazy ambitious project that is honestly like incredible. The fact that people were able to make that is like really, really cool. I gotta maybe check it out then, like at some point. But like my main MMO is like Final Fantasy 14. Like I've been playing 14 since like End of Shadowbringers. I'm currently not playing 14 right now just because I'm like I want to do other stuff, and I was like maybe like getting into raiding in that game, and then I had like the party finder experience of all time. Party finder is scary. Party finder is a very, very scary place. It's either you get the most chill party finder of all time, and like everyone's happy, everyone is cheering. We're all having a wonderful grand time. Look how good this is. Wow, we're having so much fun. It's Party Finder. Wow, we cleared. Everyone gets their mounts. That's it. Turn the province as well as a graphic overhaul and a bunch of fine mounts. Oh, that's really sick. But like Party Finder is like, wow, we're either having so much fun. We get the mount drop. We got everything. Everyone's DPS is pretty good. We get consistent clears. Or you get like the dancer main from hell who just airstrikes you every 3 seconds. Like, oh, they have a spread marker. They just onto you and you just die. You have tanks who don't take tank busters. They just sit and stare at you with the tank buster and you're like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna let you have it. Like, they're just not moving at all. And usually for those tank busters, you're like, okay, yeah, no, it's usually the tank that moves for those ones. So I'm like, okay, I'll just wait for the tank to move. And then you like get flamed and like they like disband the party over, and I'm like, I'm glad I'm out of there. Good riddance. My favorite ones of all time is like you join a duty complete party finder of like, okay, yeah, this happened when I was farming the Queen Eternal wings back in 14. Because I've been trying to get all the Dawntrail mounts before Evercold comes out. We were farming the Queen Eternal mount. It's an easy fight. It's like 6 minutes. There is 3 mechanics you need to do. Like Maybe 4, I guess. I don't even count one phase as a mechanic. One phase is that easy. It's just like, wow, you move here, you move here. So like you do all of that, it's fine. Earth phase is a bit weird. I don't know how people mess up Earth phase. Like I'm like not to like toxic gamer Andy over here, but like I genuinely don't understand how people mess up Earth phase. You stand on the towers. If you have a line AoE, you go to the top corners. If you have a circle AoE, you go to like the middle wall. Like stand in the middle, go to the wall. That resolves. Then after that, it's like, wow, you place 4 rocks down in the platform, on each platform, and then that's you. Follow the rocks. I don't mind it if like there is always some weird stuff that always happens in that fight, like some like Sidere collision will kill you. And like the boss will just like snipe you instead of a rock. Like that happens. I've seen that happen more than enough times to be like, yeah, that's just kind of something that happens in this fight. But like the rest of the fight, the rest of like Queen Eternal, EX3 is such a like cakewalk. There's like one mechanic you need to do is like Royal Authority or something. It's such a, it's like, once you understand it, you understand it. It's like the main mechanic that tripped me up just because there's a lot of shit on the screen. But then I found it out and I was like, okay, yeah, no, this is easy. It gives you a lot of time to resolve it. Sometimes you drop uptime for it, but like you're doing a fight like 2 years after it released. If you drop uptime, like who cares? You're still killing before ice phase, which is the most problematic mechanic in that fight. So then you go for that, then phase like the final phase of the fight is just like a bit of a cakewalk. Usually you have markers set out to have the perfect positions that makes you safe on every like turn. All of it. But yeah, like it's an easy fight that like my duty complete party finders were having a lot more trouble than they probably should have for it. It's a weird one. And then I've started doing what was it? Zelenia EX. Did you not solo it? And no, this is 8-player content. Technically, if it's been out long enough, you can solo it. And it's not mandatory progression. This is all optional, like, side content, pretty much. Just taking a drink real quick. Yeah, this is all optional side content, so you don't really need to do it. The actual story version of all of this is, like, easy. Like, you don't really need to worry about Enrage or, like, anything like that. Like, all of the story version is, like, pretty simple to do. I think for a lot of the fights and the solo version, they just give you, like, NPC companions who help you. So you can technically do a lot of fights solo, it's just not, like, some of them. Most of 14 can actually be played solo now, which is, like, pretty cool. So if it's, like, the big thing of MMOs being, like, I don't like playing with other people is, like, a thing that gets you down with MMOs, then, like, you can just, like, go play, like, 14. There is, like, some stuff where you need to engage with people, but I don't think a lot of base 14's, like, gameplay and mechanics are that much of a struggle that it should be, like, too much of a problem to clear it. And, like, a lot of this stuff can be done pretty easy, and there's not an awful lot of mechanics that require people teaming up. Or, like, needing to work together in a mechanic. For the most part, like, it's not really that punishing either if you mess it up most of the time. For the most part, like, that's just kind of how 14 is. Like, the easy content is, like, pretty easy. Then again, I'm saying this as someone who's, like, been playing for 5 years. Of course, I'm going to be like, yeah, this is easy. But, like, you gotta know the one rule of 14 is that every single mechanic is in or out. Every mechanic is, do I get in on the boss or do I get out of the boss? That's the cheat code. That's what Mr. Yoshida doesn't want you to know. Once you know that, then you can clear every content easily. Once you know everything is just, oh, I go in for this mechanic, or oh, I stand out of this mechanic, then that's you. Mr. Yoshida does not want you to know this. If he finds out, he will be very, very upset. But yeah, no, 14 is a fun game. I like it a lot. I like just a lot of the... I like the social aspect of MMOs. I just like... It's fun. I feel like games as a whole have kind of became less social. I say... The way I say this is just like... People don't really just like... Oh, I am like LFG looking for gamers. Or like talking on voice chat. Most people don't like just voice chat in like random lobbies anymore. And if they do, they're like the most egregious people you'll ever meet. Like a good solid 70% of the time. Like some of those TF2 voice chats are evil. Like there's a lot of stuff going on in those. But like 14 as a game is like... It's very chill. So our voice chats 20 years ago. That's true, yeah. That's very true. There's a reason like COD lobbies have the notoriety they do. There's a reason everything was like that. Yeah. There has been games where it has been kind of chill. Like, I guess more people are just kind of like chill with gaming, but gaming on their own terms. Like, I guess like the whole thing. Like, the more I look back on it, the more I'm like, yeah, it's like that era was like really shit. I doubt anyone these days would be like, oh yeah, no, we need to go back to the modern era. Sure, I was like I'm thinking on it more, and I'm like, I like the social terms that 14 has. Like playing 14, like on its more social terms, is very fine. Like you get to chill. Most of the time, people on 14 are like very... I know a lot of people say, oh, but the 14 community is terrible. Like most of the people you meet in game are chill. Like they're just like chill. They want to play the game. You play the game together. That's you. I even met the Arc System Works Europe guy playing Final Fantasy 14. He said he'll play Melty Blood. That's like one of the funniest interactions I've had on 14. But yeah, no, like those old game lobbies like kind of suck. There's only a few like good ones I remember of like people like... People play... It was like COD Zombies was like pretty okay for it. That's because it's like 4-player. Like it was fine for it. And then I don't even want to imagine what like COD Zombies lobbies look like in like modern day, but like how modern zombies has evolved. And there was that one. Yeah, like COD lobbies were just kind of shit. It was just like the slur slinger, some dude who just like fires out every slur imaginable. You get like matched with LTG himself. And like TF2 VCs are still like that for the most part. And Counter-Strike. It's kind of like why I stopped playing competitive FPS games. It's because like people in competitive FPS games just kind of get super vile. It's the one thing that saves the FGC. Like sure, I'm not gonna say the FGC is some shining beacon of hope in this like vile world that we live in. There's a whole lot of shitty people in the FGC too. Like, I literally just said low tier god earlier. But the fact that like you're only playing against someone else means that like it's only you. There's no teammates here. So much of like modern gaming Andes will like play games and like all they will do is like complain about teammates. It's never their fault. It's always the teammates' fault. There's nothing that will ever tie them back to their teammates. If the game is won, it's because they played well. If the game is lost, it's because their teammates were ass. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the times you get ass teammates. But like having like teammates who like are not as good as you is like not that much of a problem. It depends on like some of the stuff. I know like some people are stuck in like elo hell. That would be #1 in the world if it wasn't for those darn teammates. Exactly. I would be the best fighting game player in the world if it wasn't for like my shitty teammates like messing up my inputs. It's such a funny one. Like, so then like it means that every single like gamer is like, yeah, no, my teammates suck. It wasn't me. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I say my teammates suck as well. Like, I've seen the state of some party finders in 14 where like sometimes it's better to just leave than like, because you're like, oh, we're not progressing it anymore here. No matter how you stick it out, how much you stick it out, like there's just no progress gonna be made here. Then you just leave. You can just leave. You can just stop. But yeah, like it's like ranked gamers are like especially like bad for it. I've noticed. Like anyone who plays ranked is like has a chance of just turning like into like Gordon Ramsay frame 1 the second like one thing gets messed up. That is like one of my big pet peeves. Also, it's just not fun to sit in a lobby where like someone is acting like the guy from like game lobbies where someone is running around acting like the guy from what's the film? Whiplash. Like they're running around like J.K. Simmons from Whiplash just shouting at everyone because one person made a mistake. I remember I had someone I know who like after games would just like take us all into like the replay mode and show everyone where they went wrong. And I'm like, I just want to play the game. This fucking sucks. There's like a time and a place for replay mode, and then there is like, hey, we lost this Overwatch game. I'm taking this to replay mode to show everyone where they went wrong. What are you doing here? And I'm like, we gotta deal with this guy. I don't even think I talked, like I've talked to that guy in like years. I don't think I have. It's probably for the better. I don't want to be putting up with that. But yeah, there's just something about ranked that is like has this evil veil notion to it. Even fighting games like aren't safe from ranked. Fighting game ranked is like some of the like worst gaming you'll ever play. You will not find gaming worse than like the ranked like scrubby Ryu who like always just DPs. Like, you know you're better, like quote unquote, you know, like technically you know you're better than this guy, but like it ain't showing in the gameplay because he just does random shit. Like, and it's always like the Ryu or like Ken players. It also leads me like people put too much worth in like where they stand in ranked games. You can have opinions on games without being some ranked maestro who like blitzes through ranked and is max ranked in like everything, like max rank in everything. Some will say it's like cope for me because I'm like not max rank in any game I play. But like honestly, you don't need to be ranked like max. Like ranked is such a silly metric to go by. Like on paper, it's like on paper I get it. On paper, I'm like, okay, yeah, no. Ranked mode, I get why people are like, oh, ranked mode is the best way to improve and do that a lot, but it really isn't. Ranked kind of like... Like, the thing about ranked is ranked feels like the, That's an achievement you can get? Oh yeah, because these store XP, don't they? But yeah, back to my ranked discussion. Ranked feels like the vast Far Cry. Like, want to know the definition of insanity? I kind of hate this. I kind of hate deep darks. I think that's the location, the biome name in. Oh, it's huge. This little slimy MFer. This guy over here that I need to get rid of. Like, what? Like, I'm sorry for anyone who wanted to watch the stream. Y'all are getting nothing. Yeah, I wanna like clear this out every so often. But yeah, no, it's a hard indicator. Sometimes, like, you just get matched with someone who's just, like, so much better than you. Either they're smurfing or, like, the matchmaking in a game is kind of messed up. Like, Under Night 2. Under Night is a good game. It's a very, very good game. But because the game's population is small, it's, like, kind of hard to place yourself where you are ranked. Like, obviously, the ranked stuff is there. But, like, sometimes you just don't get consistent enough games to, like, rank up from. Sometimes you find someone who their rank is like super overinflated, and so you just farm them for like points and ranked. Like every single ranked mode like leads to the same thing, which is just like you find someone who's like not as good and you just farm them for points. Is that their fault for being not as good? I don't know. Maybe it's like you be the judge. Sometimes you just get an uneven matchup. Sometimes you fight a losing war, and you just. I guess it's how you handle it. If you get your ass, like, beat in ranked, it's all about how you get back up from it. Because, like, it's fighting games. It's the same with chess. Like, Elo is, like, the funniest made-up concept of all time. Like, here are my gamer points that makes it, like, here are my gamer points, here are your gamer points. My gamer points are higher than yours, so I'm, like, the better gamer. Despite it, like, not factoring into, like, account so much stuff. Like, the amount of times that I'll see, like, Guilty Gear Strive top replays, the #1 RAM in the world versus, like, the #5, like, Kai Kisuke. And, like, the #5 Kai Kisuke will, like, still, like, whip ass. Like, it's not as if, like, since he is the #5 in the world, he is, like, so much, like, worse or whatever. Elo is fun. And, like, I guess it's just the ranked grind. As I say, like, in ranked in every game, like, I get to a certain point and just say, okay, that's me. I'm out of here. I got to, like, Diamond and Guilty Gear, and then it took, like, forever to rank up, so I was just like, I'm not playing this anymore. I got to Diamond in Overwatch. Like, I usually just sit around Diamond in most games. And the fucked up part is, if you, as a fighting game player, if you're like, oh, I'm in Diamond or whatever, you still feel like, damn, I suck at the game. But you're in, like, the top 10% of players in that game. So, like, you clearly don't suck. If you're in that whole, like, top 10% bracket, then you don't suck at the game. You're, like, actually pretty good at the game. But because you're playing ranked, then you'll, like, play someone who is, like, better than you. I don't think there's any issue in playing someone better than you. Like, you gotta do it to get better. You don't get better by, like, beating one scrub by, like, hitting the same move 1,500 times. Like, oh, I am Johnny Scrublord who plays Ryu. I, like, Shoryuken on Wake Up every single opportunity I get. You can probably beat that player just by, like, baiting it out. There's so many games of BB Tag I had won just because I would, like, DP in someone's face. And then I'd run up, like, block their Wake Up, and they would just DP. And, like, BB Tag was a game where if you, like, block someone on, like, DP, they just die for it. They can't burst, they can't do anything, it's counter hit. What a terrible game. Honestly, our resource gathering has been pretty good today. I'm kind of happy with a lot of the resources we have. It means next Minecraft session we will be able to start building. I'll probably do some like nether at some point just to get glowstone. It's just my main problem is I just kind of hate the nether. I'm in the Little Woods mindset of like screw the nether. But yeah, I think we've got most of the stuff we need from this cave. For now. Like we got a good amount of iron, we got horse armor. There's a mob spawner over there. It's all good. Ah. But yeah, it's a funny topic. Like, I guess fighting games have been more in my mind because I have been watching, like, Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games. Which is, like, it's a really good anime. Like, the first 2 episodes are out. I have been watching that a lot lately. It's a funny one. Like, my favorite parts of the show is 8. Like, Street Fighter 5 is just kind of skipped over. Like, there's a plot point in the show where, like, Street Fighter 5 comes out and everyone's like, yeah, no, I don't want to play fighting games anymore. When SF5 comes out. It's really funny. Like, yeah, no, I've picked up soccer instead. I'm going to play football. I watched one, like, football, like, greatest respect moments video. And that was me. My path was set. I hate those videos so much. Like, I don't think there is a video genre I hate more than, like, football respect. Where are we? Then like football respect moments. There's like something so abhorrently funny about football respect videos. Like top 10 greatest respect moments in football. Like 90% of them is just like, oh, Portugal get beat and Ronaldo is angry, and like the guy who scored like is like, I respect Ronaldo. Like, wow, respect. And it's like, who cares? Just put the ball in the net. That's all I'm asking. But I'm safe to say I'm not a fan of those videos. They just radiate a bad energy. Like, it doesn't feel right watching those videos. And then you get the really funny ones where it's like Rio Ferdinand, like, walks over and is like, oh, I respect the badge. And he almost walks over like a club badge and then he steps to the side. It's so terrible. It's so funny. It genuinely sucks. I hate those like, wow, respect moments so much. They're so like, there's just something else about them. Oh, these guys used to be teammates, and now they're, like, handshaking after a game. Wow. But yeah, no, Street Fighter 5 comes out, and suddenly everyone is like, damn, fighting games actually kind of suck. Why did I get into this genre? Which is messed up, because I was, like, around the same time that, like, Eunice came out, and then, like, after that, it was, I was like the Fighter Z era, wasn't it? Damn, they missed out on some good fighting games. If they were like, damn, we don't want to play fighting games anymore, then like Dragon Ball FighterZ comes out. Like, I hate to say it, they're really missing out on like some real gems. BB Tag was out, but we don't talk about BB Tag. I've already talked about that game enough. Kind of bad game, but like it's a bad game that I like. I can And I would still say it's better than like some of the modern tag fighters released. I just think that's like what happens with tag fighters. There is no honest tag fighter because all of them have like some form of either like sandwich setups or like unblockable setup. PP tag had both of them. But yeah, I don't think there's like much in like fighting games that I would be like, wow. Or tag fighters that I'm like, wow, this game is honest. But yeah, no, the manga's not manga. The anime is good. It was funny because I think from what I know, the manga for Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games released around the era of Street Fighter V, so they played Street Fighter V in it. However, since the anime adaptation came out much later, it means that like Street Fighter like V's time is done, and now it's like Street Fighter 6's turn. Which also like brings up a really funny discrepancy in like the plot. There's one arc in the show where like one of the characters like main gets nerfed, and they're like, damn, what do I do? The problem being is Street Fighter 6 is a game notorious for its terrible patches that do nothing. No one has been like overly nerfed unless like unless the character is playing like, I don't know, Manon or something. Like that ain't happening. The nerfs aren't coming. The animals are leaving. But yeah, it's a funny show. I recommend it. The other funny part of this show is the fact that there's more Street Fighter. You can watch more Street Fighter 6 footage in the show than you can do in like what's it called? Than you can in like the Capcom Cup. Like not even like saying that ironically. It's just kind of funny. Yeah, it's a cool show. I recommend it if you like fighting games. It's essentially a sports anime, but they play fighting games. I think there was actually another one of those at some point, but it's like it kind of sucked, and they played Persona 4 Arena Ultimax in it. And that game also like it sucks in a funny way. I like Persona. Arena's a cool game, but like, man, the balancing in Arena is like really bad. It's terrible. It's not terrible, like it's still a fun game, as I said, but like Shadow Frenzy has to be one of my least favorite fighting game mechanics. If I get the chance to like Shadow Frenzy as a mechanic, I will do it. Yeah, no, the show's good. As I say, it's a sports anime, but it's like they're playing fighting games, and they can play fighting games because like games are forbidden in their school. So, there's a really fun. Oh, scary, very scary. Can't believe we're getting jump scared by Scary Jerry out here. I know there's another Scary Jerry behind me. There he goes. But yeah, it's a good one. I recommend it. If you like fighting games, go watch it. Even me, I don't really care about Street Fighter that much. I'm watching it and I'm like, damn, that's kind of cool. I guess it's because like Street Fighter is the fundamental fighting game. If you say like, oh, what's a fighting game? Someone will say Street Fighter. Anytime I'm playing something like Under Night and I'm like, someone else is watching me play Under Night, it's like, oh, what are you playing? I will always have to like, oh, it's like Street Fighter. Oh, Scary Jerry. I will just say, oh, it's kind of like Street Fighter. Like, 'cause everyone knows Street Fighter. Despite what Delta and Twitter would have you believe. I have seen the posts. I have seen the, like, Gale is... Damn, we're gonna die here. We're not gonna die here, we live. I have seen the posts of... Oh, hey, what's up? I have seen the posts of, like, yeah, Gale is, like... People only know Gale because of Fortnite and the Smash Bros. Assist. Like, I have seen those posts. We don't need to see that type of posting again. Like, oh yeah, Street Fighter 2 is actually a very niche game. It's like, what Street Fighter 2 are we talking about? This is the game, like, this game is, like, why fighting games exist. I don't want to, like... I've never been a Street Fighter defender. I've always been, like... I don't like the slow pace of Street Fighter. So I always... To me, I'm always just, like... I'd rather play anime fighting games. Or, like, anime fighters. Just because, like, anime fighters always have some, like... core messed up thing in them. Like, I think the movement in anime fighters is a lot more interesting to navigate with than, like... Street Fighters. I appreciate Street Fighter's movement of, like... There is no dash, you just kind of gotta walk to everything. Or, like, jump. Like, that's cool. I just kind of prefer anime fighters. Where you got, like... You got, like, air dashes. You got dash blocking. You got all of that. I prefer the movement there. Especially when you have games like Melee Blood. I really like Melee Blood. It is the fighting game to me. If someone's like, oh, what's the fighting game? I'm like, Melee Blood. Okay, it's just a cool game. Is Melee Blood the most iconic fighting game? It probably isn't. You could probably name like 5 fighting games that are like bigger. But to me, Melee Blood is just like, this game's sick. We gotta play it. I remember I played it at launch. I really enjoyed Type Lumina. I know Type Lumina wasn't like the greatest game on launch, but like, I swear, anytime I talk about Type Lumina, I always hear the same, just like, man, that game kind of sucked. Like, that game sucked at launch. I heard patch was good. Like, if I need to hear, like, damn, Type Lumina Shield was oppressive again, I'm good. I gotta be like, I gotta stop. Like, yeah, it was pretty oppressive, but, unfortunately. It's fun. Like, it's funny to do the shield clashes. I think the game is a lot better balanced now. But, I still was able to enjoy the game at launch. The game at launch was a bit of a... The PC port wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. Like, a lot of the characters felt pretty cool. I do think it was a game that got better with patches. I think especially with them making every DLC character free. That helped out the game so much. Anyway, we now have our glowstone. So I'm going to go light up here a bit. And then once I've done lighting up here, I'll probably end stream because my voice is feeling it. So I will probably give my voice a bit of a rest. But it has been a very, very fun early morning Sidere stream. I ought to do more of these. They're just fun. Like, I like streaming. I like getting to talk. It's a really fun task. Like, yeah, that looks so much better, like, well lit. And then I can just do something here. But yeah, that's about it. I will probably collect more resources off stream. You know me, I love my resources in Minecraft. So I will probably keep at it. But for now, I gotta find someone to raid. And it should be a very... Well, let me stretch. Ow. It should be a Pretty weird time to find people to raid because I'm never live at this time. But yeah, I thank you all very, very much for sticking around for this stream. It's been a really fun one. I've had a lot of fun. Remember to check me out on my other places. My Blue Sky's over here. That's where I post most of my art. My Discord is here, which is where I Discord it up. And my YouTube is here, which I recommend the YouTube because I think I'm going to do the thing of like, if we get to 500 by the end of the year, then we're getting the George Michael cover. I think we gotta do it. We gotta do it. George Michael, Last Christmas. We gotta do it. But yeah, I thank you all very much. Take care until next time, and sayonara. Goodbye.